Hi, I'm Anna Radford. I'm Chief Judge of the PRINZ Awards. The awards recognise excellence and celebrate success in the communication management industry. This year is a particularly exciting year because it's the 40th anniversary of the PRINZ Awards. So today I'm going to give you a few handy hints that will help you get the best chance of success if you're planning on making an entry this year. I'll give you a brief overview of the processes involved in entering an award. First of all, the entries are only open to PRINZ members and they close this year on the 17th of March. Winners will be announced at a special event in Auckland on Thursday the 29th of May. There are 12 awards categories in all, and you may enter as many projects or programs as you'd like in the awards, but it's really important to remember that you may only enter each one in a single category. With the exception of the sustained category, the work must fall within the period of the 1st of January 2013 to the 17th of March 2014. Please be sure to get your entry to us no later than the 17th of March because unfortunately extensions can't be granted. People often ask us what makes a great entry. There are basically 5 components to a great entry. I call those the 5 C's. First of all, they must be correct, they must be clear, they must be compelling, compliant and cohesive. So in correct, it's important that you've dotted all the I's, you've crossed all the T's, you've done your spelling and your grammar checks and checked the formatting, and judges can deduct marks if the entries are full of typos and grammatical errors. Treat the work like you would a piece of client work. We're expecting to see work of a high standard because these are an award entry. The entry must be clear. So please ensure that information is succinct and flows smoothly, and also avoid leaps of logic. You may find it useful to get someone who doesn't know about the project to read your entry after you've written it to make sure that you have actually covered all the things that you logically need to cover in the entry. Judges are also looking for compelling entries. Excite the judges by telling a story. State the problem or the challenge. Specify who needed to know about it. Show how you solved it and convey the cost. Explain to us the outcome and show how you measured it. Now, the project or program that's the subject of your entry doesn't necessarily have to be a large one to win an award, but it does need to be compelling. We're also looking for entries that are compliant, so be sure to address all aspects of the award and judging criteria. And you can use the marking schedule that's on the PRINZ website as a guideline for how much information to provide and what's most important to judges. Finally, we're looking for award entries that are cohesive. So all aspects of your entry should be aligned. And it's really, really important to demonstrate the extent to which the outcome achieves the original objectives. And you can make sure you do this by reiterating the objectives in the follow-up part or the evaluation part of the entry, so as to make it easy for judges to see the extent of your success. I'm just going to give you a little bit more detail about what judges are looking for when we're looking for cohesion in an award. Often we see people stating objectives at the front, but then they don't follow up on the results to say exactly how the objectives were achieved. So you can help yourself by actually copying the objectives into the results and then literally talking about how each of those objectives was achieved or not so well achieved if that was the case with some objectives. Sometimes judges also see an audience stated, yet the actual body of the entry itself won't refer to a particular audience. So make sure if you mention an audience or stakeholder at the beginning, then you do refer to them in the body of the award as well. Finally, I'll give you some tips as to how you can best prepare your entry. First of all, take time to read past case studies on PRINZ's website. These case studies are all of award winners, so you'll see how they've approached their entries, and I'm sure that you'll see a lot of the suggestions that I've given you today reflected in those entries. Also take time to read the judging criteria. Look at the marks that are awarded for each section and the comments as to what judges are looking for. And that will give you some really useful guidance as to how much detail to go into and how much time to spend on each section. I can't stress enough the importance of getting other people to check your work. So make sure that you get it checked for spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, but also get someone who doesn't know the program or project to check it just to make sure that it's all making sense. And I would strongly encourage you not to leave it to the last minute to write your entry. It's often very obvious to judges when someone's done a last minute rush. Finally, we're having a Facebook chat, live chat on Tuesday the 4th of March from 12:30 to 1:30. So if you have any burning questions or would like to find out what other people's burning questions are, feel free to join myself and Simone from the PRINZ office. So we look forward to receiving your entries, and I'm sure that our 2014 40th anniversary year is going to be a cracker. Thank you.